For homework, what I want you to do is to take some photographs. It doesn't really matter the quality of the photographs because this is about composition, right? So we're worried about quality of the composition, not like do you have a good camera or not. So I want you to choose one compositional technique that you learned about today, and I want you to explore that technique, aiming for somewhere between 5 and 10 photos. So I've got a number of different photos here. I chose contrast. So you can arrange the photos yourself, like you can pose something, or you can just find different things out wherever, like, in your home or wherever you are. And it can be the same thing, it can be different things, it doesn't matter, but the composition technique that you're experimenting with should be the same. So I chose contrast. I chose this little monkey. He's soft and relatively simple and uniform in how he looks, right? You've got this red fuzzy color and the pink skin, right? And so that's what I explore with. So here, I'm contrasting him versus the carpet, right? So you've got much more texture on the carpet. It's less uniform, and you have these lines, right? So he's breaking up the pattern and the texture, right? So that's my contrast there. With contrast, I'm playing a lot, I think, with pattern or with lines, right? So here I've got these books, right? And he's breaking up this repeated pattern of the books. He's also breaking these lines, right? So there's some contrast there. He's pretty dark. I wish he was a little bit brighter, but I think this still works. Now you can also see in both of these, I also have rule of thirds, but that's not what I'm intentionally playing with. I'm intentionally playing with the contrast. So that's my aim. You could also say that maybe there's some leading lines here, but once again, I'm focusing on the contrast. It's just very normal to accidentally, or even intentionally, include multiple compositional elements in one photo. So here I felt that this was a decent contrast. You've got like this flat surface, which helps bring out the texture that he has, right? Also, this is pretty desaturated, right? And it helps like him stand out, him in contrast. So I also thought too, having these like straight vertical lines and then him being a little bit more organic, these more natural lines, I thought worked too. Although this line is a little bit slanty, so I probably want to try to reshoot this or edit this later to make these lines more straight. This was a little bit hard. I was essentially just like holding him and like shaking him around, trying to get like a photo of like movement, right? So the background would be still, but he would be moving. And I mean, yeah, I did it. I don't know if any of them are any good. So then I tried the opposite. So I held him in front of my camera and I like spun them around together, sort of in unison, so the background would look moving and he would look still. I have this one. I thought that worked pretty well, the darkness of this fabric versus him, and I tried to get him in a little bit more light, so I don't know if I'm super happy with it, but I think it's okay. Now I'm noticing sort of this organic wavy shape, right, and he is breaking that. I wonder if I had made him more like straight lined, like not so also wavy, maybe that would have improved the contrast. And then here I went back to the books and I thought about these straight lines and then maybe having him diagonal. So I like put his hands kind of in the corners of the little books to try to like get him to stay while I was taking the photo, and I tried to make him like break these vertical lines. So those are the ones that I tried, trying to all focus on contrast, and that's something similar that I want you to do. Choose one and then try to experiment different ways of showing it.